Welcome back to the Breakfast Show 2. Joining me this morning is Nathan Colombo and Mike Arthur to talk about Creatordale, an independent project combining private partners, SIU's Innovation Development Lab, and the community. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining me.
Good morning.
So talk a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into what Creatordale is all about. So who are you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, myself and my business partner, Mike Arthur here, we are media makers based out of Carbondale, have been doing the media creation game for many years now, and we're now at a point where we're ready to take our skills and the skills of many others around us in Carbondale to the next level and find the next opportunities that exist.
And so does that start with Creatordale?
It does, or at least it gets to the next stage with Creatordale, right? So exciting things that we've been able to create over the past several years include everything from stand-up comedy specials and short films with friends of ours like Charlie Queen, who produced or who directed the short film Mort, to content like Facebook Reels and TikToks, right? It's really an idea to cover the gamut of media creation and build an industry around it in Carbondale and Greater Southern Illinois.
That is super neat. And so I guess kind of where did this idea really stem from? Is it just from what you guys have been doing all these years, or how did that kind of start? You were like, let's start Creatordale.
I can take that one.
Yeah, please.
So it kind of really got started during the pandemic. That's where we're like, we've both worked with creative stuff, but we kind of got set up at the Varsity Center in Carbondale, the virtual varsity, because, I'm a musician, and I told Nathan, I'm like, Nathan, we got to find a way to give people like me gigs.
Yeah.
And we started doing that with streaming and doing multicam setup, and it just kind of blossomed from there. And then we're like, my gosh, there's so much talent, why aren't we doing things together? And that's kind of like, the pandemic kind of, as terrible and hard as it was, still had some good come out of it. And I think a big part of it was Nathan also had a good realization, as did I, that as people got used to streaming content being part of everyday life because we were all in our homes, we've gone back out in the world, but we still want the streaming content. And so that was kind of like another leg into it. And then we're like, oh, let's try other things. Let's work with other people. And it's just kind of started to blow up a little bit, actually, in a good way.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so if I were a creator, say I was an artist or a gamer, whatever it may be, a creator of something, how might I be able to get involved with Creatordale? What would that look like? Yeah,
well, it's our inaugural meeting is this evening, Thursday, April 20th at 6:30 at the Dunn-Richmond Economic Development Center in Carbondale. That's 1740 Innovation Drive. So attending that first meeting would be great.
Yeah.
But the reality is we're going to film and produce this meeting for redistribution. And then we're going to go on tour. We're going to go start talking to classes. We're going to go start talking to groups of creators. Start finding folks like, heck, maybe even people in your newsroom here that are interested in being part of this, right? And saying, hey, join us. Figure out what your interests are and how to mesh it into this greater network of creators. One of the ways to get involved, if you can't be there this evening and want to get in touch, you folks can email me at nathan@nathancolombo.com, and we'll get connected with them. Or they'll see something online and they'll find a way to get connected with us, because we will make ourselves very visible out there online. We'll be actively recruiting, looking for folks, trying to figure out who is out there and already making something that may not know about us, but we need to know about them.
Yeah. And so real quickly, what is kind of the end goal for this whole thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So the end goal within the next decade would be to have developed true production facilities in Carbondale that draw in interest from outside businesses and entities that want to come produce everything from digital content to television, movies, music, whatever it may be in Carbondale and Southern Illinois, right? Actually establishing a base of operations to draw in industry and bring in outside dollars to revitalize and encourage our economy in Carbondale with this specific media making industry.
This honestly sounds like such a cool thing, and with all the creators that there are out there, this has to be so perfect for them. Guys, thank you so much for talking about Creatordale with me. I wish we had, 10 more minutes to talk about it. This sounds like such an awesome opportunity to get involved and just showcase what you are all about. Like they said, that meeting is happening tonight at 6 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
6:30,
at the
okay.
Dunn Richmond Economic Development Center in Carbondale.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back in just a few minutes.